Eric here, just Eric. I'm with the good brother, a person I like to call friend, Cosmology Bay, the man himself.
Likewise, likewise.
You guys
Thank you,
know him all
brother.
over YouTube. He be around, and we're
Yeah.
having this discussion that we've been trying to have for a while and catch it on camera about responsibilities of like a friendship
Right.
and
Right. Great
what
topic.
comes
Great
with
topic.
being a friend. Hold on. So we're doing this live for the people. So hopefully people tune in. Again, I'm Eric. It's Cosmology. Cosmo, what
Thanks
is
for
good,
having me.
bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I was just waiting, man. I was like, yo, I can't wait till 8 o'clock to get on with the good brother, man, and had this great discussion. When you brought the topic up, I was like, wow, that's a great topic, man.
Well, you know, when we talking, we be talking, and it can last an hour, sometimes even longer than that. And
Right, right.
it's usually
Yeah. I think
ideas being passed back and forth with each other, and
right.
information and
Sometimes you
books
gotta
and what
get me off the phone.
what books to read, good books.
That's
You
true.
you do the book thing a lot. You got a lot of books you always out there promoting and
Right.
whatnot.
Delvin,
Uh,
salute, salute, King Delvin. Bless up.
all right, you can see the chat. Please salute the people if you see them coming in.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
can
don't
see
want
it.
to. I don't want to catch myself paying too much attention and
Right.
lose focus on hand. So
Yeah.
that
Frankie
being
Blanco,
said,
salute, salute. Peace and blessings, good brother. Yeah, they coming in the building. King
I
Delvin,
appreciate
Frankie
everybody. I
Blanco.
appreciate everybody. All right, peace. So, Cos, man, talk to me, man. What is
Um,
what does it take for you? What does it take for you to accept someone in a friendship?
um, well, a lot of times we gotta have like, similar interests, right? Similar interests, meaning that we're on the same type of purpose, same type of life purpose, things like that. And the reason why I say that is because I think if it's otherwise, a lot of times it doesn't really work out. You understand? When we're children, we're kind of like, looking for friends and looking for validation. But as we get older and we get more into our business, our schooling, our career, a lot of times we're not going to have time for that. So I say, like, if it's a person that work at the job, a person that's along the same purposes, you know what I mean?
Right, right. And now when we talking about this friend stuff, right? We're not talking about people you just might see every once in a while around the neighborhood.
Right,
I'm referring to friends as if the people closest to us. You know
right,
what I mean? The circle, the team, so to speak, like your loved ones. Like for
right.
me, I like to consider my friends family. Like if I rock with you, you become family. Like I love you like
Absolutely.
family. You're a good friend of
Certain,
mine. It's
yeah,
like,
same
I,
activities, same activities.
right.
Check a friend for their birthday. You see how they
Mhm.
doing. If you hear about it's gonna be bad weather and they part of town, stuff like that is a friend. You know what I mean? That kind of give you that sense of well being, that sense of belonging. You know what I mean? It gives you,
Right, right, right. Now, do you think that when friends are friends and perhaps maybe things are sour, right?
right,
we tend to we tend to let things just be sour instead of addressing the situation that one
right,
person might be having. We we rather just ignore it and distance ourselves.
right.
Do you think that there's steps that we can take as a friend to
Yeah.
make sure that the relationship stays healthy, that we are communicating properly? Like if something is bothering me that you might be doing to me, I could tell
Right.
you, and vice versa,
Right.
without me even getting mad. Because sometimes we get mad. We hear your friend to tell you something, you get mad. Like you take
Yeah.
it to the heart, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that too, because a lot of times you don't know how a person's going to react to you. You know what I mean? Like you might want to be fully honest with a friend, but then you don't want to get the reaction, or two, you don't want to seem like a hater sometimes. So sometimes we might not be 100% truthful with our friends. We'll keep it inside sometimes, but that's not the healthiest move all the time,
Right.
because in friendships we should be able to express ourselves freely.
Mhm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I just think it's all how it's done. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? We pull each
Right.
other to
Right.
the side. we give each other a call behind the scenes, this, that, and the third. So I think how it's done, but I think one of the main things is communication and letting a friend know that you got their back.
Always,
Let them know
right,
you got their back. They feel more comfortable, telling you certain things. You're not gonna go back and tell other people and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
right. I agree with that 1,000%. We tend to lack in communication, and sometimes our feelings could just be yourself. Like it's only you that feels this way. It's you. Like you could think, I
Right.
could think that you might feel some kind of way, but you really don't
Mhm.
feel no kind of way. It's
Right.
me. It's my energy. Like, and it's
Right.
it's, it's
Right.
it's it's things that are overlooked in friendships because
Right. I
people
think
fall
the
apart from
ego.
each other. It's like you let it build up. Your friend mess up one time, you don't say nothing, you don't address it, then it keeps then another thing happened, another thing happened,
Right.
and it's you that's holding all of these feelings they're harboring. So it's
Yes.
better to like nip it in the butt right
Yeah.
when you need to immediately.
Yeah, yeah, and two, you know what? We gotta learn how to understand what a friendship is, right? Because a lot of times we don't really understand the purpose of being someone's friend or the purpose of allowing someone to be our friends. A lot of times we just jump into these relationships head first. You my friend, you my buddy, and boom, 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 without even understanding what's the purpose. Like, why do I want to be your friend? Why do somebody want to be my friend? We don't ask those questions enough. You know what I mean?
Even we don't even establish boundaries
Right,
in the beginning because I think that as friends, like you have to go through things
right,
for that conversation to sort of be brought up. Like something
right.
happens to, oh, you, let me tell you, I'm not cool with that. I don't like that. Please don't do that again around me, or vice versa. So,
Yeah, yeah. It's the honesty. Salute to the brother King Delvin. He had a couple of statements up here. He said, "Growing up, a friend was a friend, ride or die, open and being real." He said, "Many turn friends into enemies." Right. So the brother is correct, and that comes with understanding what a friend should be also, right? Because sometimes we might not be able to be a good friend to somebody at the time, right? We might not be in the right state of mind. We might not be in the best of health. So, you know what I mean?
right, definitely, communication. No, cars don't go. Cars will be back after these. Oh, there you go.
Okay. You back
Okay.
at, yeah, no doubt.
So yeah, man, friends, like you were saying something, but then you got cut off. So I don't know where you
Oh,
was
oh.
going.
No, yeah, I was saying something I forgot, but I was saying that, understanding what a friendship is, the purpose of a friendship, right?
Right,
Because a
right.
lot of times we're not even in the right state to be a good friend to someone else. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes we
Right,
don't
right.
even deserve a friendship.
You can't be a
Yeah,
messed up individual and want to be a good friend to someone. It just don't
absolutely,
make sense. Right,
absolutely.
right. I gotta agree. I didn't even
Yeah,
I didn't even think
yeah.
of that one. Like
Right.
I had a friend. I got a friend. Let me tell you, this my guy, my bro. He's everything, and we've known each other for 25 plus years. And the last 10 years, we kind of separated from each other. We kind of
Okay.
took time away from each other, and I kind of stepped back because I thought I was maybe I'm being a bad influence on him because I was a mess maybe at the time, and I didn't want to be a bad influence on him.
Okay.
And recently we had this conversation, and we both was doing the same thing. Like he thought he was a bad influence on me, and I thought I
Mhm.
was the bad influence on him.
Right.
So we got to clear that up in this. Now we could move on and be great again. Like it didn't change the fact he's still my friend and always going to be my friend, like my family. It's like
Right.
my ace, my go to for
Right.
anything,
No,
for
no, and
anything.
no, it's crazy because I was going to say that sometimes, right? A lot of times, a person might, isolate themselves, right? A lot of times when people are going through certain things, depression, different things, they might isolate themselves from us, and we think that something's wrong with us, but it's something that they could actually be going through. So I feel like a friend is somebody that's going to never let you down. They're going to never turn their back on you. You know what I'm saying? And before happens, they're going to get you some type of professional help or whatever the case may be. But that's what a friend is, someone that you can turn to on the dark days. You know what I mean? You can go to, you can share your sorrow as well as your happiness with them also. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And it's funny you say that, right? Because like me and you, me and you, we're cool. We got love for each
Right.
other. And there was a time where like
Yeah.
I distanced myself, and as a friend, I felt like I didn't do. I played that card wrong. You know,
Right.
I didn't. I wasn't being a true friend at the
Mm.
time,
Right.
but I didn't see it that way.
Right, right. It's all how we looking at it, and sometimes we might have so much going on, that. But when me and you spoke, and the fact that you can admit that, and you kept it 100% funky, and then doubling back, thinking back, I think you did have a little right to kind of do that too, a little bit. So I can understand. You know what I mean? I can understand.
Right, right. Well. Let me tell you, it's something I learned from. So I'm able to
Right.
embrace a learning experience. That's what we in life for, right? To learn and teach. To learn and teach.
Right. No, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? I'm pretty
Is
sure
like
other people feel the same way, right? Somebody the other day left under one of the comments and they were saying that you see a lot of people on this app, in the YouTube app, come in as friends and then leave as enemies, right? So people are trying to figure out where does that come from, but it is goes back to, like we were saying, communication and being fully honest, right? Sometimes we might come into the game with the same aberrations. We might have the same goals, but then somewhere down the line, it might change a little bit. But if we're not being fully honest with each other, then signals kind of get crossed in a sense, right?
it's like yeah, you want to know what we always want to know where the car's going. Are we going this
Right.
way, or are we going this way? And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
sometimes one person wants to go this way and the other one wants to go this way.
Right.
It doesn't mean that we have to end on bad terms. So
Right.
it is okay to still love each other after that. Like be cool, like
Hmm.
uplift and encourage them to do whatever it is that they want to do or get
Right.
done. Like that's what I try to be for my friends, and I'm using that word very loosely because I really rather say family or friends.
Right. Right.
I want to uplift you, help
Mm.
you out if I could in any way, and as if I need help, I would hope that maybe you could help me if I needed the
The
help. You
same in
know?
return. The same in return. And that just piggybacking on what you said is absolutely right because even though some friendships might not last forever, but the memories last forever, right? So we think about the memories and the good times that we did have with that person, him or her at the time, or even when we're speaking about intimate relationships, right? We don't feel the best when they end, but we think about the good times that we did have at least. You know what I mean? We think about the good times. So that's what I was telling somebody the other day. I'd rather think about my friends and family than think about quote unquote enemies and all that because I just think that it brings you more when you think about it so much. You know what I mean?
Right, right, definitely, definitely. Like I try to, man. I give it my all. I give it my all in the friendship, and I'm guilty of sometimes feeling like it's a one way street.
Okay, yeah.
But then that goes back to the communicating part. If I'm not communicating that, how is the person supposed to know?
Right.
But
Yeah. And just being hip, right? Being hip and being totally clear, because we do understand that sometimes a person's life might change, they social status, social world might change, right? They might move, somebody might pass away in their family. So we understand that and we work with our friends too. But like you said, communication is a key to any strong relationship, right?
Right.
A worker and a boss, husband, wife, parent, child, is always that communication. You know what I mean?
It's almost like a friendship and a marriage.
Right.
It's like the
It's
rules the
parallel.
rules is almost very similar.
Yeah, it's
Minus
parallel.
the
Yeah.
intimacy.
Yeah,
What
it's
was
just
that?
one that's not intimate. Yeah, it's just one that, but they're very parallel because when you become friends with somebody, right? They say that you make like this unspoken bond, right? Like it's an automatic bond. But I was talking to a friend about that, and they was like, "Well, you shouldn't have to tell people how to treat you or how to act, but in a sense, you kind of do, in a sense." You know what I'm saying? My man. So he was like, yo, I ain't telling nobody how to act. I shouldn't have to tell a grown woman how to act, this, that, and the third. But so I was like, that was kind of complex. That's kind of that topic right there is kind of complex, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, that it's like it's when they have in that very moment when it happens, and you say you shouldn't do that, then the
Right.
next time they shouldn't do that. But if
Yeah.
they still do that, then they must not care or respect the friendship.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes people get too comfortable in a situation, but respect is really big. But if a person doesn't respect themselves, then it's going to be hard for them to respect anyone else.
Right.
It might be fair, it might not be respect, but it might be fair or something like that. But and friendships, they're like mirrors, man. They're like mirrors to us, so they can teach us a lot. Friendships and relationships is really like our number one teachers, man.
Right. Right. And what about what about taking advantage of a friendship? Like
Um, yeah,
what
that's
makes
how.
you feel? What makes you feel like a friendship is being taken advantage of?
Oh, when I'm putting out love, and I'm putting out a certain energy, and it's not being reciprocated.
Right.
I don't really automatically jump to conclusions because I might say I know people go through things, and certain social ills might make a person act a certain way, right? Some people might stay away. They feel like they don't want to be a burden. Some people might become more clingy. So I don't automatically jump to conclusions, but more or less, if I'm putting out love and energy and it's not being reciprocated, then I'll feel some type of way. Yeah.
Mm, mm, it's like a waste of love, right? It's a waste of love you putting out that you're not getting back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like leaking your energy, right? Like I wouldn't look at the friendship, like I was saying before, I wouldn't look at the friendship and say, "Dag, it was a waste of time," even though some people could feel that way. But the lesson, what did I learn? What did I learn? Sometimes, as quote unquote friends, sometimes we might be too pushy. We might be pushing ourselves on somebody that really don't even want to be friends with us. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But they're just
that's
not
very
telling
fair.
us.
I respect that. I respect that. It's like
They're just not being honest with us. Like we said, that honesty and that communication, they're just not telling us. But if you like, that's when you often hear people, right, say, "Yo, I was calling this person back to back." I think China Mac went through that with Matt Hoffa. Then there was a couple of other people. But if you call somebody constantly, right, and they don't answer the phone, come on, man. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to tell what they're telling you. I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean?
right.
I don't, because nowadays when somebody texts you or somebody call you, the missed call, it pop. I got this the phone reprogrammed itself, right? So when somebody texts me, it comes up, it looks like a Facebook post, and I'm like, wow, man. So I got like 5 posts on my screen, and I'm trying to get it off. But yeah, nowadays you can't duck a person's call. Man. You can't tell a person, yo, I didn't get your call. Just tell me you didn't want to be bothered with me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
You can't lie nowadays. I remember one time this female was texting me, right? And I wasn't getting back with her because I was like kind of busy and it was kind of cold out. And she said, I see you reading my text messages. And I'm like, how she know? But certain
Oh, because
phones,
it says read or delivered. Yeah, right.
right, right. So, I mean, friendships, man. I don't think it's no age limit on friends, anything. I think you can make friends at 90 years old. But I think a lot of people stop looking because if you ask like 20 people, you might get like 15 people that say they don't have close friends. You know what I mean? That
I
might be
did,
an
I
issue.
did,
That
I
might be
did,
an
I
issue.
did see that somewhere. Was that on your page where I seen that,
Um,
or
I,
did somebody write that in
I
my
don't know.
comment? Like 50%, 50. They
I
use
was reading.
millennial.
Yeah, I was reading that in the Times magazine. I don't know if I ever posted it, but I was reading in the Times magazine. They said, I think they said something like of Americans don't have close friends, and that might be an issue. You know what I mean?
Do you think this device that we're using these days is affecting people being able to make new friends by any chance, or is it still the same? Because obviously there's a bunch of people online that you could come across that could be good
Uh,
or bad for you. Do you think
I
like when we was little
right,
kids, we used to run the streets and we used to make
right.
fun. We used to make friends with kids
That's
around,
true. Yeah,
and we didn't have a cell phone. But today's kids all have cell phones, so they're not having the same experience that we did as a kid in the streets finding friends, so to speak.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. For a large amount, I'm gonna say yes. And it also depends where you at, right? Because if you're in the city with a whole bunch of people and you're like a loner, which we see nowadays, right? We don't really see people holding conversations. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's in their house. They don't want to go outside. So I'll say yes. I'll say yes. And it has it can have a strong effect on people's well-being alone. You know what I mean? Depression. You know, we need that interaction. You know, even if
Yeah,
it's
we're lacking
like
the interaction part. Yeah,
right. People go to work. You interact with your coworkers. You interact with your boss, the customers. So some people feel like they don't need that. You hear some people say, "I don't need no friends. I don't need anybody in this world." And you know, sometimes that can backfire. You know what I mean?
everybody like you walk through New York City all the time. Like I'm sure you
Right.
often see everybody on their
Yeah.
phone. They walking, and
I need
everybody.
a cashier. I need a cashier when I go into the store. So we always need somebody, but it's just not the way people normally think they need somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
you need somebody. You need somebody. You need the farmers. You need the garbage man. You understand?
Definitely, definitely. So that being said, and we're still on the topic of friends, and we're only staying there for today.
Yeah, yeah.
This
No
is
doubt.
let's talk about like
Right.
the deal breakers on a friendship.
Right.
Right. You could go. I'll allow you to go first. I would like if you go first. It's like what is what does it take for you to cut off somebody completely? And I mean somebody that you really close with, that you really got that love for. What does it take to just be like, nope, that's it, I'm done. Bye.
Um, I say disrespect to the family. You know, disrespect to the family. Any type of potential physical harm or anything like that. Definitely. You know what I mean? Because those are people that, especially if they don't ask to be into it, any drama, any beef, or if I see any type of confusion brewing around the family or something like that, I cut both people off sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sometimes that's the best thing to do, especially if two people are going through their own thing that you close with. The best thing to do is just at least
Right.
that's what I've learned. Again, let me tell you.
Right. No, because sometimes people will feel a type of way if they see that they might think you being more cool with this person, you favoring that person. So sometimes it's good just to step back from both people, but you know, giving them that dialogue and letting them know that you know this is not right. What y'all doing? Y'all fighting. I'm ready to beat both of y'all up. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. That's that's a great way to elaborate on that. Like for me,
Yeah. True.
I'm
True. Just
big on
gave you a shout
honesty.
out.
What's that?
True. No, no. This says time or TME. Somebody just gave you a shout out. I can't really see it too tough.
All
Get
right.
old. Get old.
Peace, love, peace, love, peace, love. For me, it's honesty. I don't like I don't like being lied to.
Right.
It's like if I don't want to know the answer, I'm not gonna ask the question. Like if it's not if it's not gonna be the answer I think I'm looking for, like I'm not gonna Just
Right.
don't
You
don't.
just not gonna
I
touch it.
don't
You're
want
not
to
gonna
put you in
touch
a
it.
predicament where where I'm forcing you to lie to me because you love me and you don't want to hurt me. It's like
Right.
because your answer might hurt me. You understand what
Hmm.
I'm saying, or trying to say at least?
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. And sometimes that can be tough, but I think a friendship should always be like 50-50, right? It should never be like totally one-sided
Right.
because you start to feel taken advantage of. You start to feel taken advantage of. You often hear people say, "Yo, I had to question myself, had to, So you start to second guess yourself, and a lot of times that can chip away from your character, your personality. So friendships is very essential to our lives, man. It can really do wonders for our lives, man, or it can really devalue our lives, man. It can
That's
do
true.
either one. It can do either one.
Now, is it? Because a lot of times we hear that we shouldn't do business with friends or family. What's your
Right.
take? What's Can I get a little quick take on that? What's your thoughts on
No.
friends being able to do business together? Because I think it's okay. I
Yeah.
don't see
No.
nothing wrong with it on a smaller scale of things. But when you're
Right.
talking real
Yeah.
high levels,
But you know what though?
that could be dangerous.
It's funny that you brought that up because I was building on that a couple of months ago on a video, right? And I was like, I often hear people say that, but me myself, I'd rather do business with a family member than a stranger. You understand what I mean? So yeah, I'd rather do business with family members all day. You know what I mean?
Word. I
Before
get
a
that. I
stranger.
dig
You
it.
know what I mean?
I dig it. But yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I
I
think
mean,
we different. What's that?
no, I was gonna say relationships, friendships, intimate relationships are very essential to our lives. You know, it can bring a lot of joy to our lives, a lot of happiness. So I just say when you find that right friend or you find that right partner, I say, man, treat them, man, like you want to be treated because it's kind of rare that you find that friend. You know, not associate, not a part-time friend, but it's very rare. And a lot of times, being that we don't understand friendship, we have the wrong understanding of it. A lot of times we'll go into beautiful relationships and we'll mess up, man. We'll lose out on good friends because,
Mm,
like you said, we might have overused them. We might have abused the friendship. You know what I mean? And you can't do that, man.
right. Uh, well said.
Right.
Now you obviously we've been communicating. We've been friends for a year, over a year now. At least
Right.
we've had
Absolutely.
communications with each other. But we've seen each other on YouTube for about 5 years
No doubt.
on
No
the
doubt. You have
on the group.
reminded me one day. Yeah.
You know, we go way back to before a lot of all of this stuff that's going on now even was
Oh
thought
yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Thought of.
It's like back in the days. You
We
can
go
say
way back.
back in the days now.
And you're a popular person, Cos. You know, like a lot of people know Cosmology Bay. A
Right.
lot of people know, like, you could go in different sectors of YouTube and people are very familiar with Cosmology Bay.
No
Um,
doubt.
is that difficult while you're moving around? Is the people that think you're popular, or people you talk to, are those considered friends? Like, what would you consider these people that are? Yo, I'm not trying to make this like about interviewing you either. My bad. I'm
No,
not.
no, no,
This,
it's cool. It's cool. I like these type of questions too because it makes me think and it reminds me of things. But no, I have a lot of supporters. I have a few supporters, and I would say like a few friends. You know, maybe like a handful of people I could call friends, and then you have people supporters. You know, what I mean, you support them, they support you. But moving around, I just try to treat everyone the same, right? And if I feel that I can't treat you that way, then I feel like I got to fall back. You know what I mean? A little bit. So I think that's what kind of makes it a little bit more easier too. I try to stay out of people's business and treat everyone with love, and you know what I mean?
I love it, Pat. Look, I dig. I dig. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah.
me, I'm humble. I'm a humble person, and I like a
Right.
small circle. I can't like. I don't want to have 1,000 million friends. Like I'd rather have a few, so I could give them a lot of love. Because if it's so many people, it's like I don't think I'm full of that much love to spirit to a million people. But
Yeah.
I could give some. I could give a lot of powerful love to 5 or 10 people that are
Right. Right.
immediate family.
No, no, I feel you, and I feel like the universe, blesses us with what we can handle, right? So a lot of people be wanting the 1,000 of subscribers, but you can't even really service them, correctly a lot of the time. So so salute to all the people that got teams. You know what I mean? I be seeing some people rocking with the teams because that's necessary and that's part of friendship too. You know what I mean?
Definitely, definitely,
And
definitely.
salute to the brother Smitty. He's not here right now, but he's here in spirit. He's here in
Oh,
spirit.
amen.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
the brother Smitty Rock.
Yeah.
Peace, love, peace, love. You already know
Okay.
what it is. Everybody that came through today. How much time we been on already?
Oh man, we've been on 22 minutes, man. 22 minutes, man. Time fly, right?
Right,
I
right,
want to
right,
say I
right.
want to say one more thing, right?
No, go
I,
ahead. No,
I
I ain't
like
no
I
rush. No
like
rush either. Go ahead.
I like friendships like the Locks, right? Like D Block. I think they got a good friendship. They've been rocking for years together, right? Seem like they haven't even missed a beat.
Right, right. That is one group that throughout the years we've witnessed that has remained together, and you never heard no nonsense
Right. It,
inside the camp.
right. If
Right.
anything did go on, they kept it behind the scenes. If something did go on, and that could be rough too, right? Because like you said earlier, the pressure, right? You got fans, even on the YouTube world, right? You got fans, and stuff. They want to know what's going on. Yo, why I haven't seen such and such together? Why they not rocking together? Boom, boom, boom. And what happened? I think a lot of people try to feed off of that, and they try to capitalize off of that, and it kind of goes wrong. Kind of like when Jim Jones was telling Cam they should start a fake beef. You
Mm.
understand what I mean? So I think a lot of times those plays and stuff like that might mess up the relationship, right? You know what I mean? People want to go viral. Yo, let's start some fake drama, and then I think a lot of times the relationship goes
It's
bad. So
like
I
it's,
think
it's like it's like a selling your soul kind of thing. Like you're selling your soul
right,
for views at the cost of a friendship of someone that might not want to partake in
right,
playing games.
you
The play this,
compromising
the play
you
that.
compromising your morale, your morality. You know what I mean? And that happens a lot, and that's the pressure of going viral and this. So that's why I was saying earlier, when you do find that friendship or you do find that partner, you gotta treat them, you know what I mean, good, man. That's you be seeing some people they be having some good friends, and they mess it up because a lot of times we're not used to it, or we just didn't, I believe too, it's the culture that you grew up in. A lot of people grew up in different cultures, man. If you grew up in a culture where every day was loving, giving in the household, you kind of grow up to kind of, reciprocate that too. You know what I mean?
Right, definitely, definitely. But this is, in these times, is the home isn't what it once was.
No.
It's very very different. Like friends don't
Right.
even go to friends kids each other's houses anymore. It's all play games online, play online games.
Everything is mostly virtue now, man. You see the new headset joint they got. You could be on the train and be in the office with the rest of the co-workers. So it's so we just gotta teach our children, get out, have some fun, play some football. Cause you're right, we're becoming, how they say it, the more social we believe we're coming, but we're becoming antisocial. You
Right.
understand? So you got to get out. Matter of fact, King Delvin, if he's still in the building, we was just talking about getting out, going to the conscious events that they be having in the city, downtown Brooklyn, at Nicholas Bookstore and stuff. So I said I'm about to start getting out and going to them at least once a month. Going
Hmm.
to one and interacting with the people and stuff.
Right. And you do these things with your kid usually, right? Because I'm always seeing you with your kid.
Um,
Your kid is always around you when
yeah,
you're doing these uplifting videos and even talking to people your kid might be around, and
yeah.
she's seeing this, so she's gonna be able to put that same energy out as
Oh yeah.
she already is. From what I see, you're teaching your kid to be an entrepreneur at a
Thank you.
very
Thank you.
at a very young age, and very smart.
Yeah.
And could that prevent friends from coming in? Um, like this person is too smart for me. I can't be. I'm gonna stay away. Like I'm trying to find a word that I could use. Like
Oh, okay.
intimidating. Intimidating.
Um,
Could being too smart be intimidating?
sometimes it can be right because sometimes my daughter might say, "Well, this person stopped calling me. This person don't want to be my friend anymore." But sometimes you might have a parent that tells you, "Hey, why can't you be like such and such? Why you can't do your homework like such and such?" Right? So I think a lot of times children they might get tired of hearing that. You know what I mean? They get discouraged, like you said, they get tired of hearing that, like, oh man, every time I call such and such, my mother might say something, or my father say, why don't you call such and such and ask them to do your homework? So a little bit it can, but that's when the understanding comes in, right? So I tell my daughter, like like what I'm saying now, I tell it to her, like you have to understand that some children they might be intimidated by you, or some just don't, but it's nothing to get crazy about. You know what I mean? Spin yourself about. You don't really know, so you can't jump to conclusions. But I think it's that a lot. I think a lot of times that can be the cause. Yeah.
So it's like if you're if I like to look at it, if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in
Right.
the wrong room.
Then you're in the wrong
you,
room. That's right.
you always want to learn, be able to learn from
Right.
people,
And
from people.
keep yourself around those type of people. You know what I mean? That where you would want to be, you would rather, you know what I mean, kind of mold yourself after, but you still got your style and you still got your mind, but it's somebody that you can kind of fashion ideas around and stuff like that. Somebody that's inspiring.
Right. And that you are all over the city, a very inspiring person. You always got stuff going on, man.
Thank
And
you.
staying busy and
Thank you.
moving and just
Yeah.
definition of a hustler, always out there hustling,
Right. 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 It keeps me afloat.
legitimately,
Keeps me afloat.
So,
You know what I mean? Thank you, thank you. It keeps me afloat. You know what I mean? I think everybody got their thing. You know what I mean? Everybody got their thing that keeps them afloat and everything. And that's just one of mine. You know what I mean? That's just one of mine. And sometimes I just go out on Tuesdays. I usually go out on Tuesdays in Manhattan. And sometimes I just feed, about 12 people, man. I just take some money out of my pocket, just feed about 12 people. And
that's
then,
amazing.
go do what I do. And you know what I mean?
Right, right. It's just, you got to start your day strong, man, and positive with people you're
Right.
coming across with. Good morning, anything like. It's kind of difficult though to say good morning to someone when they locked in on their phone. Like
Yeah.
very robotic, very robotic for me.
Yeah, and then sometimes people take it the wrong way. You know what I mean? They might you too nice. And one day I was walking by. You know what I mean? I always keep a smile on my face, and some lady was like, "What the fuck is he looking at, smiling?" And I just kept on walking because I know everybody's not in the same state of mind at the same time. So somebody could think that you smile. They got a stain on their shirt or something that you didn't even see. But no, it's always good to be in a good mood. You know what I mean? Try to smile, keep other people in a good mood. You know what I mean? It's good
They
for
gave
the
you the same
atmosphere.
reaction. They gave you the same
Yeah,
reaction you would have gotten had you been grilling them with a mean look. Like they gave you the same reaction instead of.
right. Right.
I,
That's
I,
a fact. That's a fact.
I get it. I get it. But man, yo, we're gonna wrap this up because I don't want to keep it too long. I don't want to
Yeah.
bore you to death down there. Again,
This is good. This is good. Salute to the family that came in the building, brother King Delvin. I think that says time, man. Salute to time. And
I saw
my
that
man
name in the
Frankie.
comments somewhere before.
Yeah, brother Frankie Blanco, man. Salute to the
Oh
family,
yeah,
man.
Frankie Blanco. Check out his music. Where you at,
Yeah.
Cos? Where's your channel at? Your
Oh,
channel
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm trying to get it like a
literally
Google, right?
everywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it like a Google, right? So when you just type in my name, you can type in anything next to it and it'll pop up. But I got the fashion channel, I got the New York sceneries and eatery joints. So I'm really kind of everywhere. So you know what I mean? But I'll put my link in the chat and all of that.
All right, please feel free. Salute to brother Smitty. I just saw him walk in the building just right
Oh,
now.
salute
Thank
to the
you
brother
for stopping by.
Smitty. We'll be on soon.
Funny, I got y'all both here because it's you and Smitty. As far as like the YouTube and stuff go, y'all
Right.
the only people I really rock with. The only people that have my
Okay.
phone number. You know, it's
Right. Right.
and I like to consider both of y'all friends of mine. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Likewise, man.
family. You know,
Yeah.
I could call y'all anytime, and vice versa. Y'all could call me anytime.
No doubt. Thank you for those conversations. You know what I'm talking about. All those conversations. It's
You
a
know,
blessing, man. It's a blessing.
thank you for blessing the platform with your
All day.
presence,
Thanks for
man.
having me.
Like,
Thanks for
you
having me,
know,
brother.
I figured I get Kaz on before he go blow up and forget about us over. You know, it's like,
E-
yo,
Even if that was to happen, I still
nah, you
wouldn't
good,
be. I
man. You
still
know,
wouldn't be too far to reach. You know what I mean?
it's love, man.
No
It's love.
doubt. No doubt. Thanks for having me,
Yo,
man.
thank you so much. And the people's in the chat, I really appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you
So
up.
y'all
You heard me?
subscribe. Yes, feel free. Make sure y'all subscribe. Just Eric, and have a good blessed night. Peace and love, peoples.